portion is brought to you by...
Oh my god. Walking yun. Royal Pro Orange, ilabas ang kulit.
At nagbabalik tayo sa LC. At andito ngayon ang ex-economist, now political analyst na si John Vincent Catota.
Okay, so today's topic is MOA. What is MOA? Well, Asia, wrong. MOA is a memorandum agreement. Memorandum of agreement. Okay. So basically what we have here is another form of distrust for the Christian community. It is a fact that Christians dominate government. Yeah. Why? Because we are a democracy. The needs of many come before the needs of few. It is undoubted that Christians are a majority. We don't have any representative MLF officer in the Senate. Why? Because there are only few. This is a democracy. We don't speak for an aristocracy. Now, MOA. It's a revision of Organic Act. Okay, Organic Act back in the 1980s, which gave the armed province control of this region. Basically, what the MOA would want to do is to give them stronger control and a larger increase in their territory. The territory would include Llano del Norte here, North Cotabato, South Cotabato, Maguindanao, Sudan to the rest. The original plan and proposal was all of Mindanao, but we can't give that. That's too hard. So, as a compensation and a compromise, only the central region will be taken in. Zamboanga, thank you. Zamboanga is not a part of that compromise. Why? Because Spanish settlers have been dominating this area for a long period of time. Thus, the Muslim community is greatly outnumbered. Yeah. So what we have now is there's a wrong thing that was committed in the process. We were not informed back when this started. We were only informed once the agreement was when the signing was committed. This was done in Malaysia. Apparently, Malaysia supports the MLF cause. Why? Because it could be because they're also Muslims. So the issues behind this, they get this region. What could stop Malaysia from getting more? We're also giving in to terrorism. Just because they have weapons, they have arms, they can kill. Must we give it? Must we give in? So basically, we're giving in to terrorism. This shows how weak we can go as for our government. We cannot give in to terrorism, but that's the price of peace. If we were to give this region, it is assured of another 40 years of peace. Why 40 years? The separatist movement started back 40 years ago. It is an assurance of 40 years of peace. But the terrorists got this after causing terror and pain throughout Mindanao. So let's see. We got Mindanao by being banned. Why can't we get Davao or Cebu? We can be banned again. That is one of the initial statements. The reason why this MOA agreement wasn't made public is because of an MLF. Let me change this. The MLF partially wanted to make a secret agreement. This was only revealed back in July something, I can't really remember. But the point is, they take this, there will be a state within the state. They'll have control of this area. Currently right now, in Iligan, there are endless cases of terrorism. Why? Because this agreement was postponed. The MLF claims that these are not their soldiers. These are renegade generals who have been pissed off by this agreement. Because this has been postponed. So another case for the government is, why should we give them control of this region when they can't even control their own soldiers?
That's true.
They can't even control their own people. But again, we want peace. These people are dying. Must we give in? Surrender our morals for the sake of the future generation. Let's look at Israel. Let's pretend this is the Jordan River. We have area up here. Some other countries, we don't really care about them. Here. Okay. But after World War II, there was no such thing as Israel. It was part of an Arab coalition of nations to control Jerusalem. The Jews never really had a homeland after Jesus died. They were expelled, persecuted over and over again wherever they go, even after World War II. So to ease their pain, they were given Jerusalem here as part of Israel. Now who's attacking them? Palestine. What is Palestine? They are another religious group. Actually, they're a nation. The point is, Israel and Palestine constantly kept on fighting to steal the other's territory. For example, Palestine moves here. Okay, moves here. Okay, Israel moves here again. Israel beats Palestine. Palestine beats. Then they come back here. Then Israel beats. The point is, there was no actual controller of Israel. They were given to the Jews. The Palestinians got pissed off also because it wasn't given to them. The same is the case for us here. The Muslims claim this region as theirs, part of their ancestral domain, back in the 180s when the Spanish weren't around. Another argument is, if we should remember ancestral agreement, shouldn't we give the Bagobo back, shouldn't we give Davao City back to the Bagobo?
Here.
What about the South Soup of Maguindanao? We should give it also back to them. But again, the people are dying. Should we choose to fight terrorism or to fight terrorism further and continue war and be subjected to eternal opposition from the outside forces of our country? For example, the United States, the other nations, They don't like terrorism. They are against terrorism. They won't give in to terrorism. That's how it is. We should. But we're the ones suffering here. Eventually, this will affect every one of us in the Philippines, not just them. The call for integrity, the call for more. What is the price of peace? That is all.